What's happening there, guys, and welcome back to another video on Unveiling Wild. There's no shortage of surprises when it comes to the universe, and especially the natural wonders that are present. From some of the smallest to some of the biggest and most dangerous animals, there's always something or the other to fascinate the human race. Let's take a look at the 10 world's biggest animals. Number 10, PARACERATHERIUM. When it comes to animals, there's so much to learn about them. Whether they're small or big, fiery or adorable, there's never enough when it comes to the animal kingdom. When we talk about the world's biggest animals, the first animal that pops in our mind is a dinosaur or an elephant. But there are several other animals that have made it to our list, so let's take a look at the world's 10 biggest animals, starting with PARACERATHERIUM. The PARACERATHERIUM is not an animal that you'll commonly spot and is neither a dinosaur nor an elephant. The PARACERATHERIUM tops our list since it's been identified as the world's biggest mammal that has ever lived. These gigantic animals can be as tall as 7 meters, making them taller than our modern-day giraffes. Unlike elephants, the PARACERATHERIUM weighs a lot more, and its weight ranges somewhere around 33 to 44,000 pounds. This means that the PARACERATHERIUM is almost 3 times heavier than the heaviest elephants that we know of. Luckily for us, the PARACERATHERIUMs are herbivores just like the elephants, and thus pose no danger to human beings. However, their humongous size must make them pretty intimidating for predators. It's believed that the PARACERATHERIUMs went extinct after Central Asia's landscape started changing, and these animals couldn't find any means suitable for their habitation. Number 9, the Goliath frog. We're sure everyone has a favorite animal, be it big or small. However, if your favorite animal fits in the category of small animals, and since we're looking at some of the biggest animals in today's video, we won't be talking about your favorite animal today. But keep watching, because this list is pretty fascinating, and you'll come across animals that you probably haven't even heard of before. Just take a look at the Goliath frog. Well, just by the name of this animal, you can tell that the Goliath frog is massive. If you thought frogs are scary, wait till you see the Goliath frog. When we talk about frogs, we usually think of small amphibians jumping from one place to another. While the Goliath frog is an amphibian and does jump like any other ordinary frog does, everything about this frog is pretty enormous. The Goliath frog is as big as a common house cat, and owing to its large size, the Goliath frog makes some pretty huge jumps, reaching a total height of over 3 meters. These frogs are large enough to jump over your head and is also known as the Goliath bullfrog or slippery frog. However, they're getting extinct with their habitat being destroyed. Number 8, giant manta ray. When it comes to large animals, a lot of them will be found in the sea, and this giant manta ray is no exception to this. While manta rays are pretty common, and you probably have seen one, we're sure you haven't seen a manta ray that was as big as this one. This giant manta ray was discovered since she got caught up in a net and was washed up to the side of the shore. Despite its massive size, people didn't get intimidated by her and rushed to help her get back in the water. However, it required a total of 6 people to get the manta ray back in the water, so you can only imagine just how big she was. Number 7, Asian giant salamander. An ordinary salamander can extend up to the size of your palm, but these massive Asian salamanders can go up to 5 feet and weigh over 140 pounds. These slimy creatures have been spotted on the side of roads and are slowly going extinct, with their population going down every day. However, these are one of the biggest and slimiest amphibians that you'll find on our list. Number 6, liger. Hercules is a liger and the world's largest living cat, and currently resides in a safari in South Carolina. Hercules is a male liger and comes from a crossbreeding of a lion and a tiger. The liger has grown up to 3.3 meters and weighs over 480 kilos. He eats almost 14 kilos of meat every day and is truly the king of the jungle. Hercules has a brother and a total of 4 nieces who also happen to be one of the very rare white ligers in the world. Number 5, whale shark. Whales are the first underwater animals that come to our mind when we think of the biggest animals that live under the sea. When it comes to sharks, they're categorized as the most deadly underwater animals, but what if we were to tell you that there is an underwater animal that's as big as a whale and as dangerous as a shark? The whale shark is the largest fish in the world, and it's not a mammal. The whale shark is technically not a whale, but it gets its name from its massive size. If you were to spot a whale shark, you would also agree that they are humongous and magnificent. The whale shark can grow up to 14 meters long and can weigh up to 41,000 pounds. Whale sharks tend to generally live very long lives and can live up to a total of almost 150 years. The name of the whale shark is quite deceiving since it's not a whale and neither is it anywhere near a shark when it comes to hunting its prey. Unlike sharks, who tend to be quite scary, the whale shark eats plankton or very small fish and poses no threat to people. Moreover, whale sharks are also very friendly. Number 4. Komodo dragon. We've all heard of the Komodo dragon, and some of us have even spotted at least one in our lifetime. The Komodo dragon is more commonly found in East Indonesia and are the largest species of lizards that are found on Earth today. Male Komodo dragons can weigh up to 200 pounds and reach a height of over 3 meters. The females, on the other hand, are smaller and grow up to 1.6 meters. While the Komodo dragon doesn't necessarily pose a threat to humans, they're very fast and have a heightened sense of smell. So if you ever see one, do be sure that you don't test their patience and just watch them from a distance, since they're definitely going to be faster and deadlier than you are. Number 3. African snail. Snails are usually known for being the slowest animals on the planet, but no one ever considers them as being one of the largest in the world. While an ordinary snail is usually pretty small, there have been certain exceptions. These giant African snails are a gardener's worst nightmare and are bigger than the palm of your hand. These snails are a nuisance, and the American government has even spent over $1 million to try and eradicate their existence. These African snails are not dangerous, but if you find insects disgusting or if you're squeamish, there's a high chance you'll not be fond of the African snail. Number 2. LOLONG. You can probably tell from the name that this animal is going to be pretty long. LOLONG was measured to have a total height of over 20 feet 3 inches and a weight of over 2,000 pounds. LOLONG is without a doubt the largest crocodile that's been caught up till now. LOLONG was caught back in 2001, and the search for LOLONG lasted for up to 3 weeks. He was initially very aggressive and was reported to have caused harm to people, but over time, he's become quite docile and has an extra amount of tolerance for human beings. Number 1. MEDUSA. MEDUSA holds the record for being the biggest snake in the world, and it seems like a pretty decent name for a snake. The snake has spent a major chunk of its life at a haunted house, and it's a show snake. Even though she tires easily, Medusa's bosses take great care of her and even let her swim to cool down. As of 2011, Medusa's total length was measured to be 25 feet and 2 inches long. Well, we think Medusa is probably the scariest animal on our list. Well, there you have it, guys. Here's our pick of the 10 world's biggest animals. While they might seem scary at first, there are also some deadly animals that are small in size. Can you think of any other animals that we haven't covered? Let us know in the comments down below, and do be sure to like and subscribe.